The comedian steps onto the stage, a spotlight catching the glint in their eye. Silence fills the room. Not the heavy kind, but the expectant kind that feels like holding a breath before a plunge. Faces stare back, a sea of expressions waiting to be navigated. The comedian doesn't just see a crowd, they see a mosaic of reactions. Some laugh instantly, even before the first joke. A sign of goodwill, perhaps, or just an excuse to loosen up. Others maintain a poker face, arms crossed, lips pursed, a silent challenge issued. There's always at least one person trying to blend in by avoiding eye contact. The universal signal of, "I'm here, but please don't involve me." These observations happen in a flash, the mind working like a well-oiled machine, processing social cues faster than a late-night delivery order. The comedian reads the room without thinking, sensing the energy crackling like a hidden current. It's not just about who laughs, it's about who doesn't. The ones with the forced smiles, the tight lips that betray a wall of skepticism. Maybe they've had a long day, or maybe they're just tough to crack. Their posture speaks volumes, shoulders hunched or leaning back, signaling either tension or a comfortable ease. What's happening here is a subconscious scan, a radar sweep of the crowd's mood and readiness to engage. The brain is making rapid judgments beneath awareness, a silent mechanism honed over countless performances. This isn't random. It's a well-practiced art, a dance with the unspoken language of the audience. The comedian notes the bursts of laughter from a particular table, where everyone seems to be in sync, sharing inside jokes before the show even starts. They're the ones to lean into, to play off, like finding an anchor point in a stormy sea. Nearby, one person looks skeptical, arms crossed, eyes narrowed. Perhaps they've come with high expectations, or maybe they're just naturally suspicious. The comedian recognizes this figure as a challenge, the kind that makes the victory of a genuine laugh all the more satisfying. This instinctive reading of the room is not a conscious analysis, it's an automatic process, as natural as breathing. It's the brain's way of deciding who's open to laughter and who needs a little more persuasion. The comedian takes a breath, the silence stretching ever so slightly. Every small reaction has been catalogued, every face a map of potential paths to explore. The room is ready, the stage set for the first words to spill into eager ears, and with that, the comedian is about to speak. The comedian steps into the spotlight. The warmth of the stage lights a familiar embrace. An opening line rolls off the tongue, a gentle probe into the room's mood. Immediate laughter erupts, though one or two chuckles arrive a beat too late, as if their owners are still waking up to the humor. This isn't instinct alone. It's the beginning of a feedback loop. The room has spoken, and the comedian listens. Each reaction is a data point, a tiny piece of a larger puzzle. This is how a real-time adjustment begins. With the first joke landing well, the comedian builds a mental map, noting which areas of the room respond with genuine laughter and which hold back. Laughter hesitant, perhaps waiting for something more relatable. A second joke follows, this time a bit riskier. It skims the edge of comfort, and the room's response shifts. A few groans mingle with laughter, and a couple of seats remain stubbornly silent. The comedian absorbs this, recalibrating like a pilot navigating through turbulence. What's happening here is a constant updating of the internal model of the audience. This isn't random. It's controlled adaptation. The comedian's mind adjusts course, steering away from the edgy humor for now, instead opting for a story that's universally humorous, a small laugh here, a hearty one there. Each reaction feeds into the loop, guiding the next move. Someone laughs louder than necessary, an overcompensation that draws a few amused glances. The comedian smiles, acknowledging the unexpected ally, and shifts the focus slightly, delivering a line that plays off this new energy. This is the beauty of the feedback loop. Reaction leads to adjustment, which informs the next line. The room is a living organism, shifting and evolving with every word spoken. The comedian, attuned to this dance, flows with it, finding a rhythm. Each adjustment feels like a game, testing boundaries, exploring how far a joke can stretch before it snaps. It's a delicate balance, and the comedian is both the conductor and participant. Silence is its own form of feedback. It holds weight, a pause pregnant with potential. When a joke doesn't land, the silence isn't failure, it's information. The comedian pauses, allowing the room to breathe, to reset. Inside, another calculation is made, a pivot to a safer, more inclusive joke. Meanwhile, the one with crossed arms remains unmoved, a mountain against the tide of laughter. The comedian sees this as a challenge, a chance to refine the approach, to delve deeper into the shared human experience that might just crack that stony facade. This isn't just about getting laughs, it's about understanding people, the subtle nuances of what makes them tick. It's a social dance, with the comedian leading but also being led by the crowd. It's about adaptability, the ability to change course based on instant feedback. The comedian's mind is a live wire, constantly updating the room's mental map. The laughter, the silence, even the occasional cough, all part of the intricate feedback loop. Each moment is a choice, a decision made in the blink of an eye. And then, just as the rhythm seems steady, a sudden shift, a joke lands flat, and the room's energy dips. The comedian pauses, scanning the crowd, the silence both a challenge and an invitation. It's here, in this uncertainty, that the real work begins. The comedian stands at the brink, the room's energy waning, eyes scanning the faces. Each person is a puzzle piece, part of a larger picture. Some faces are open, receptive, ready to connect. Others are guarded, hiding behind polite smiles or blank expressions. It's a delicate balance, this act of reading the room. Every joke is a gamble, a choice between the safety of the familiar and the thrill of the unknown. Confidence is a mask, a well-rehearsed performance. Inside, the comedian feels the familiar churn of uncertainty. This is the dance of social risk management, where caution and courage must find equilibrium, push too far and risk losing them, play too safe and become forgettable. It's a high-wire act without a net. This isn't random. What's happening here is a negotiation, a silent contract between performer and audience. They agree to be led, to be entertained, but not at any cost. The comedian knows this, senses the shifting tides of attention. A new joke forms, one that teeters on the edge of acceptability. There's a psychology here, a realization about performance and perception. Confidence isn't always felt, but it is projected. The audience sees what the comedian wants them to see. It's a dance of appearances, of managing how one is perceived under the spotlight. A risky joke emerges, bold and untested. The comedian feels the familiar thrill of the gamble, the room holding its breath. This is where the magic happens, in the tension of the unknown. The joke lands, a moment of silence, then a ripple of laughter spreads. Relief mingles with triumph, a small victory in the ongoing dance. What the audience sees is a performer in control. What they don't see is the internal dialogue, the constant calculation, the doubt masked by practiced poise. Behind every smile, every punchline, lies the complexity of human emotion, fear, hope, and the desire to connect. They're not just telling jokes, they're navigating the intricate map of human connection. And perhaps, in the end, that's the real performance.